Hi everybody, how's it going? I'm Pabs, a racing VTuber and an artist, and today we're going to be working on some googly eye assets. Now, somebody actually pulled the trigger on the propose a prop redeem a little while back on Saturday. I think it was a Common Blue Icarus who did that. So now I'm going to make a set of googly eyes for myself. It's very exciting. I haven't had eyes before. The eyes are a thing I've never had, ever. So, you know, seeing how those are going to look on me, pun intended, is going to be quite the exciting venture. So let's head on over to the working screen so we can get started. Alright, let me just tuck myself away into my corner here. It's been a while since I've done a Live2D thing. I was actually thinking about that, right? Like, it's been a minute. So yeah, this is the kind of canvas that we have at the moment. So I'm just going to select everything and start up the art mesh. I actually do have... I could have just gone out and, kind of just like asked around, seen if there were pre-existing Live2D googly eye assets. And while it could have been fun, I like the kind of DIY grind set that I've been developing. Okay, let's see here. So the way I thought about breaking this down is as follows. We have a kind of shine to it. We have this kind of like little glossy bit. We have an outer shell. Now, if you look, I did actually go out and buy an entire packet of googly eyes for this express purpose, which is that I have a googly eye in my hand right now. It's my ghost hand. Yeah, it's a hand that you can't see. I swear to God I have it though. I'm holding a googly eye in my hand, and you can actually see that they have like a little transparent layer, which is what this outer shell bit is. I'm gonna make that kind of like a... I'm hoping I can do some cool stuff with it. I'm not sure exactly what that's gonna look like just yet. Probably just gonna be like this a little bit, as it kind of turns from side to side. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that treats me. Okay, then we also have the iris, which is the part of the eye that we want to make wiggle around. We can do that with the physics settings, and finally we just kind of have this back pain. I know a lot of people have back pain, but this means like pain as in P-A-N-E, not P-A-I-N. Different kind of back pain. Similar perhaps, but different. It completely messed me up when I was a kid, learning that apparently you can get back pain from having too straight of a back. Like, that feels wrong somehow. It feels like you're being punished for something you were taught to do. Also, we're going to set the opacity of this outer shell bit at like 27%. I think that's going to be like a good percentage. Maybe slightly higher, like maybe 30%. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright, so I think first things first, we're gonna need to add a deformer to this entire thing. We're just gonna need like the mother of all deformers, because first surface, root part, name. Let's call this facing. It's parent of selected objects. Blah blah blah. Number of Bezier divisions. I keep forgetting which one is which. What like Bezier divisions and conversion divisions do. Let's just say 3 and 3 for both of them. I feel like that's a responsible amount. Yeah, that's a respectable amount of detail. So yeah, first off, angle X. So let's see if I've still got it. In terms of like Live2D. Oh, I probably... You know what I should have done, actually? Actually, we still need the angle X parameters. What I should do is actually decrease the number of Bezier, or... Again, don't know which one is which, but I need to decrease the number of... Is it the Bezier division? Yeah, I think it's the Bezier division. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we need to do maybe 1 by 2, because... No. We actually need to do 1 by 1, I think. No, hang on. That's 1 by 7. That's not what I want at all. Yeah, this thing is not going to be particularly sophisticated, if you couldn't tell already. Yeah. I've been meaning to make more Live2D assets. I think the little like PNG assets I make all the time are fun, certainly, but I do want to find, you know, more advanced techniques as well. Okay, good. It's bothering me that this like foremost bit is kind of like rotund back there. This is why we have that kind of like outer shell bit. Let's see here. Ooh, don't like that. Don't do that. Hang on, if I increase the number of conversion divisions, will that... okay. That doesn't look right. That does not look quite right. Like I said, I'm a little rusty with Live2D. What can I say? It's been a minute. I've been distracted by the siren song of learning how to use Blender for real this time. I'm actually very proud of the progress I've made with Blender. Hang on. What was that one function, like, reflect? No, like, there was, like, something you could do here. Reflect motion or something. Reflect motion, yeah, here we go. Or performer facing, blah, 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 blah. Oh. It didn't work because I was on the, like, side that wasn't even moving. Alright, hang on. Let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now what we want to do is actually add our own movement to the eye bit. So maybe just moving this just a little bit, moving the iris just a little to the side that we want it on. Yeah, we can reflect motion for this one as well. That's good news, is it? Parent deformer with common parameters is not selected because reflect motion is not performed on the parent deformer. Child objects affected. Oh yeah, whatever. Reflect my motion, boy. There we go. I am worried. It does concern me a little bit that hang on. I'm trying to think here, right? Because theoretically, the natural position of this little googly eye iris is going to be down. That being said, we need to have the ability to like set it up and to the left and right. Okay, I think I've got an idea for how to do this. Okay, so we remove all the little dots here, and we try something new. So, it's interesting. It's interesting because I think the easiest one to do is actually angle Z. So, angle Z is going to look kind of like the same until it rises up, which is going to be around here. And then angle X is going to be the interesting one. Because theoretically, angle X could be all the way over here. God, I know there are people who dislike eyes being in the wrong place. It's an actual fear. It's called scopophobia. I don't have that, but I don't like thinking about eyes for too long either. I don't like thinking about the eyes on a conceptual level. Okay, and I guess now we can just synthesize the corners on this sucker. Okay. Well, it's good to know that the iris, at least, is a little bit of a go-getter. Okay. So I'm gonna, like, deposit this down here. And I'm gonna likewise deposit this just around here. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. Okay, I think this will work. I am 90 to 80% sure this will work. I know that's not a very comforting number, but, you know, it's good enough. That's like a pass in most school systems, right? 80%. That's considered a pass, I think. Yeah, I'm taking a course right now, and like the threshold to pass is like 75%, so I think that's definitely a pass. Okay, very nice, very nice. Now let's do the angle Y with this deformer. So yeah, Thanksgiving is apparently today in the US. I'm in Canada, so they don't really do that. I think Thanksgiving in Canada actually happens sometime in September, which honestly feels more right than Thanksgiving happening in November. I can't put my finger on why. It just feels right that, like, I don't know, because I think it's like a harvest festival. Like, some people try to frame it as a harvest festival. That's not what it is. But, some people frame it as a harvest festival, and you associate harvest festivals with fall. So I think what ends up happening in my little high power multiple thread GPU RTX rice brain is that I end up thinking of like the changing of seasons as kind of like when Thanksgiving comes around. I think that's kind of what happens to me personally. Theoretically, this is good enough as is. I just need to add the physics setting, but that's not going to satisfy me. I'm not satisfied with that. I also need to add like a, a up and down. Okay. Thankfully, that's not too difficult to do. I don't know, can you reflect motion when it's like this? Reflect motion. None of the parameters are selected. You know what? That's fair. That one's on me. Well, it certainly reflected the motion. Okay, that's actually really funny. I think that's actually kind of hilarious that it just does it in the same place. Okay, hang on. We gotta move this like all the way up. Then we gotta synthesize the corners. Alright, please don't make this super weird. Oh, it made it kind of weird. It made it not too weird. I think that's a level of weird I can live with. No. Level of weird I can live with sounds like it's the first album out of the... I always like to wonder, right? You know, you have a lot of people, right? A lot of very creative people who might not have the opportunities to, kind of get their stuff out there. It's incredible what they do. And, certainly sometimes they get an opportunity, but sometimes they don't. So I kind of have to wonder, like, is it possible that maybe the best pop-punk band in the world right now is currently sitting in somebody's, like, sweaty garage, not really being able to produce much because it's, like, beyond their means? One of their members has, like, a kid or something. So, they can't really devote themselves full-time to it. But I always wondered, like, if that was, like, a thing that happened. Is that, like, what kind of messed up things are going on in the suburbs that we just will never know about because we just don't really care about the suburbs. That sounds mean. My parents live in the suburbs. I kind of care about the suburbs to that extent. I've never been particularly enamored with them. The suburbs, I mean. I'm definitely more of a city guy. I do feel like I am, despite my propensity for cowboy hats, boots, and cowboys in general, I am definitely kind of on the city slicker spectrum of city mouse versus country mouse. Probably has something to do with the fact that I've just lived in cities my whole life. That's something that I used to love doing, though. What I used to love doing was just wandering around the city. Okay, that's got like a weirdly large thing to it. I'm gonna shrink this one frame down a little bit. Okay. I'm actually gonna put this one like a little bit more to the right as well. This one a little bit more to the left and down. Okay, this one has a similar problem where it just got way too big, so I'm gonna shrink it down again. Okay, I'm fairly satisfied with that. I am wondering if maybe I should like separate like the iris's movement in a separate set of parameters. That's probably what I should have done. Okay, hang on, I've got an idea. I forget what angle Z is. Oh right, that's like the rotation, but that's fine. That's fine. Actually, what I can probably do the rotation with is the little light thing here, the little gloss. That would look nice, I think. Okay. Right now, though, we need to repurpose one of these suckers into... Hang on, edit parameter. Let's call this iris X and... Hang on. Iris Y. The good news is that we don't need to worry too much about like where the iris is going in terms of the Z angle. Because, you know, it kind of obeys gravity. That's always going to be like going to one specific direction. I was doing something. Right, I was actually migrating these to this other thing. Hang on. Lock the default values, blah, 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 blah. Wasn't there like a specific one called like change or something? Hang on. Replicate parameters, here we go. Oh, what? No, that's not what I meant to do. Hang on. Edit keyforms manually. No, that's not that's not it either. What's this? Options for paste form special. No, that's not it either. Okay, what else we got? Reflect motion, multiple keys editing, blah 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 blah, synchronize parameter values, reset default values. Yeah, I don't know. Also, I need to make sure that iris X and iris Y have a 30. Oh, wait, hang on. No, that's not gonna work. I was gonna say it looks like I can change the parameters for some of these, but I don't think so. All right, what we could do then is right, we actually need to do something else first. We need to actually edit the parameter so that its maximum is 30 and its minimum is -30. For the good of mankind. Minimum -30, default 0. Okay. Let's try this one again. Okay, iris Y, minimum -30, and default 0 and maximum 30. And just like that, we have our things for the iris. So now we gotta actually figure out how to friggin' airlift this sucker. Parameter settings? Ooh. You guys can't see it, but it opened up a very interesting looking window. But unfortunately, it's not what we were looking for either. See here. I'm also interested in learning how you can use apparently blend shapes for. Hang on. Alright, we're gonna need to do some finagling here. Okay, so we need to bring this back down to the neutral value so that it's not super messed up. I was talking about something. I think I was talking about something. Oh yeah, speaking of the holidays, I learned the other day that apparently for Hallmark Christmas movies, they okay, so get this. Hallmark Christmas movies take around $2 million each to film. Now, that's a lot of money, but relatively speaking for like cinema, it's not particularly a high amount. And because like there's just such a demand from them from like the networks all over the world and everything, what ends up happening is that Hallmark ends up putting out like thousands of these things. Okay, this is not working. Alright, we do this by hand then. We do this the hard way then. Very well. As you wish. Wait, why is this not going upwards? You guys see that, right? Like, what? Why is that not... Dude, this is weird. Okay, I think I might have messed up somewhere. I may have goofed. I may or may not have goofed. Jesus, look at it. It's like stepping to the side in this one. You see that? It's like doing a little side step. It's doing like a little... It's doing a little shy step. It's giving them the old razzle-dazzle. Oh, goodness. Okay. Alright. Here's what I think we do. Forget everything and run. Just reset. Don't worry about it, just go and just try again. I think that's honestly the best decision right now, because, like, Live2D is interesting, because it's not like a lot of art programs where if you have... How do I put this? It's not like a lot of other programs where if you have... I feel like it's a lot more like Blender, honestly, than any normal art program, because if you have... Even if you have, like, a very solid basis to go off of, you will find yourself having a very bad time if you rig things a very specific way. Like, you know, with normal art, right? With normal art, it's easy to kind of, like, understand where you need to be. You have, like, a very defined starting point and an end point. And, you know, sometimes the end point is a little mysterious, even to you, but, like, most of the time you have an idea of, you know, it's a linear process. It's not something that's like iterative in any ways, unless you literally go back to redo it every single time. I might not be making much sense. What I'm trying to get at is that in Live2D, sometimes I feel like if I goof up with the rigging, sometimes it really is just faster to redo the bit than to kind of fix what I've already done. It's like, oh, here's a good analogy. It's like aluminum foil. It's so much like aluminum foil, because, you know, with aluminum foil, aluminum foil is not a gentle substance. It is literally a sheet of metal. That's about as ungentle as you can get. Even so, however, aluminum foil gets crinkled easily. You have a very strong, very malleable material, but because it's so flexible and malleable and, you know, interesting like that, what you often end up with is actually just like a mess. You know, it's not nothing, but it's definitely not going to be like super perfect. That's very often how I feel about Live2D. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it is a slam dunk. Sometimes you do get like those really good days where you're like, I watched the Better Call Saul lightning bolts shoot from my fingertip bit earlier, and I think that's the best way to... That's honestly one of the best ways to put it. I am so above you, I am so beyond you, you cannot even comprehend the level I'm operating on. I am like a god in human clothing. Lightning bolts shoot from my fingertips. I think what really sells the scene is that the other dude is just so completely uninterested. It's really funny to me. I know that that scene probably has like a whole bunch of stuff going on. I've never seen Better Call Saul. I've never seen Breaking Bad. I've heard good things. You know, it's like a lot of shows. I've heard good things about it. Never actually seen it. But yeah, that scene is so funny to me because like it's just, it really is just some dude having a friggin' moment. and the other guy who is slightly unaware but still kind of like understanding that this dude is kind of up to some shit is just trying to like walk away from the situation. Yeah. Like, he did the mature thing for sure. Like, the guy that walked away did the mature thing for sure, because like the other dude was absolutely out of his fucking gourd. But still, it's just extremely funny to me. You know, rational people, when others yell at them, tend to leave the room. That's kind of what happens. If you start yelling at someone and they don't leave the room, that person isn't being particularly rational. Alright, so I think what we need to do is actually scale this. The problem is that you can't reflect emotions on the bottom. I actually think I made it too narrow as well. I need to make it wider. Wider over here as well. This kind of looks like an egg that has like a pitch black core. Like one of those century eggs. I've had one of those. I've had one of those like century eggs. Very, very spicy. Well, spicy as in like it's got a strong taste. It says a very strong tasting thing, which makes sense considering it was like, you know, the entire process of making one of those bad boys is to literally put it in limestone and pray. I don't know if that's the actual process. I actually forget what the process of making a century egg is because I don't make century eggs on the regular. You know, I'm not a dude that is known for making century eggs. But I do remember that it uses like some kind of friggin' mineral or something to create it. I know century eggs make use of minerals in their production process. Okay, and then this one as well. Hang on. I gotta take a look at the shape of this one. Okay, so this one is slightly higher up here. There we go. Okay, what's that look like? Oh, a little too long up here. This one's also a little too long up here specifically. Or maybe it needs to be a little bit longer out here. I think that one might be what's up. Yeah, that's the ticket. Okay, I think we've got the deformer rotation down. Now let's see it. Now we have to do the iris though. And that's when the night went from bad to worse. I'm kidding. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking about Hallmark movies. I don't see those very regularly. Weirdly enough, the movie that my family did see last time we were together, the movie that we did end up seeing was that one movie, Don't Look Up, with like Leonardo DiCaprio or something. I didn't particularly enjoy that movie. I didn't find it to be like that amusing. But it was nice to spend time with my family, you know? Oh, actually, I can probably reflect motion on this, no problem. Yeah, that looks good. And then on the y-axis is this one probably going to be like all the way up here. Okay, now let's see what those look like together. After synthesizing the corners, of course. Yeah, I remember this happened last time too. It just went all the way out of bounds. Back in your cage, mister. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. I feel like if we go a little nutty with the physics in here, that'll be very funny. Okay. Now let's make the test. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's beautiful. That's perfect. That's actually really exactly what I wanted. Oh, look at that beauty. Okay, now we just need to figure out how to manipulate the gloss so it makes it look more three-dimensional. Also, this angle is bothering me on the... Hang on, like, something about this is bothering me. Okay, I think that might have been it. Alright, let's take a look. Let's take a look without the thing. I feel like the corners almost need to be lower. Like, it feels like it's not bouncing correctly here. I still need to... I need to get more Live2D practice in as well. I know I'm getting better and better at Blender. I need to be very careful that I don't forget all my Live2D skills. Although I do feel like I picked up and retained what was for Live2D much more easily than I picked up and retained what was for Blender. That's something I will say. Like, Live2D has a much... You know, compared to Blender, I don't know how to put it. It's like a lower, like, a more gentle skill curve. That's kind of what it is. I feel like that's kind of what it is that Live2D has a much gentler curve in terms of learning than Blender does. Okay, let me take a look here. Okay, so in this one here, we need to, like, lower the opacity to 0 for this, because, you know, oh wait, no, hang on. We actually need to put the opacity back up. We need to put it, like, all the way down here. And then we need to deform the hell out of it. Trying not to swear. I don't know why I've gotten so self-conscious about my swearing. I think I'm scared that I'll do it on accident in my day job and just be like, oh no, I no longer have a day job. Yeah, that's my biggest fear, is that I live in constant fear that someday I'll do something that'll make me look so irredeemably like a goofus at my day job that I'll just, like, need to be fired immediately. I don't think that's I feel like that's definitely, like, a me kind of concern, but I do feel like it's not that unrelatable. It's not so much imposter syndrome. I know that I'm competent. It's just that I'm worried that eventually, you know, one day I'll forget that I'm wearing clown shoes. You know, I'll just accidentally slip on some clown shoes before I head out to the office, and when I get there, everybody's gonna hear me squeaking. Yeah, it's less so an imposter syndrome thing as it is like just a anxiety. I think. Let's move on to another topic. DJ Khaled, I read about this. Okay, so here's a quick question for you. Think to yourself, what is the worst Airbnb that you have ever been to? If your answer is DJ Khaled's shoe closet, then congratulations, you already know the story better than I do. I read somewhere that apparently DJ Khaled is going to start renting his shoe closet as a friggin' Airbnb, which is phenomenal to me. I don't know. Like, I understand 100% like the people who would go for that, but I cannot for the life of me understand why. Like, I understand there is a market for it. Like, there is without a doubt a market for it. But it's just so beyond me in terms of, like, my idea of normalcy that I'm having a little bit of trouble conceptualizing the person who would do that. I mean, go for it, you know. Obviously, DJ Khaled has done it. You know, he's converted his shoe closet into a Airbnb. That part is not, like, myth or up for debate. That dude has proven that he has done that and is capable of doing that. What I'm asking is the kind of person that it takes to actually take him up on the offer. I remember it being fairly affordable too. I don't remember it being like super expensive either. Like, it was like a fairly affordable rate, which kind of raises even more questions if you think about it. Like, you would think that this is at least like a middle-priced kind of thing. Not because of any kind of like actual costing reasons, but because of that kind of idea of luxury, right? Like, you're staying in some celebrity's shoe closet. But if you make that like you know, if you make that like $11 worth of a night for your stay, you know, it kind of raises more questions even. So, like, because then you're not really marketing to this kind of luxury crowd. You're kind of marketing to just, like, randos. I don't know who you're marketing to. Yeah. There's only two kinds of people on Earth. People who will stay in some celebrity's shoe closet and people who won't. I would like to believe that I'm in the latter category, but desperate times occasionally call for desperate measures. I won't say, you know, I'll try anything once. Maybe it's not so bad in there. We don't know if it's bad in there. God. Looking at this little googly eye, it does come to my attention that I'm gonna need, like, to do a stream where I put googly eyes on, like, 50 different things and probably, like, burn my hand, like, 16 different times on, like, a hot glue gun. Because I have a full bag of googly eyes, and non-adhesive type. These are the type of googly eyes that don't actually have any adhesive pre-stuck on them. So what ends up happening is that they will, you know, they're just like googly eyes. You'll need to stick them on something with a hot glue gun. So I'm looking very forward to the next hand cam stream where I burn my own hand with a hot glue gun, trying to figure out what I can paste these suckers onto. I know the friggin' dollar store near where I live sells some craft supplies, so I can probably get some rocks there, but I feel like that's a little boring. Yeah. How's that look? Ooh. Oh, I'm actually really liking that. Okay. So this is working. I'm glad to know that my gloss idea is working. I should drink some water. Oh yeah, here's a wild story for you. So how many folks of you are familiar with the Hololive Idol group? Yeah. A little while ago, about more than a year ago now, to be precise, about a year and 4 months ago, one of the most popular ones, Kiryu Coco, she graduated from her live streaming with Cover Corp, who are the people that own Hololive, and you know, as a kind of commemorative item, they actually like restocked her merchandise. They started stocking up on everything. You know, they started stocking up on her merchandise, which is cool. You know, that I was grateful for that because I never managed to actually like get any merchandise for any of the Hololive idols that I like. So I actually bought one of those like commemorative pins that they offered. They had a. I realize now that I kind of like put this edge thing the wrong way, so I'm kind of wondering what that's gonna look like. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's really weird. I don't like how that looks, I think. I mean, that's not too bad, actually. Hang on. Okay, no, hang on. I need to, like... Okay, is there a way to remove this one specific dot? Okay, yes there is. Anyway, I'm using this preamble to get to the point that I actually ordered one of the commemorative pins that they put up for sale on a website called GeekJack. Now, Hololive puts all their stuff on this website. It's from what I understand, like most of the American fans haven't had or Western fans haven't had too much trouble kind of getting their merch from it. So I thought, you know, why not? You know, the English-speaking VTuber community owes a lot to her. She was like the big boss. I should get a commemorative pin as a kind of like you know, memento of the whole thing. So I did. That was June 2021. End of June 2021. I got that pin yesterday. It arrived in the mail yesterday. It took this brave little pin a journey of a year and 4 months to get to my domicile. Which just goes to show you one thing. You can doubt anything, but you must never ever doubt in the power of the Postal Service. It's so funny. I honestly never expected to see like the 20-odd bucks, you know, in converted to yen plus shipping that I spent on this little pin, like realized to any meaningful capacity. So you must understand that my mind is absolutely blown that it actually got to me at all. It is wild to me. It took a year and 4 months. I cannot emphasize that this has been my life. It's super weird. I've been like checking on the website periodically, being like, oh yeah, order unfulfilled. Makes sense. And you know, just going about my day. And now, you know, I went to check on the website obviously because I wanted to see like what they said, and it was like order fulfilled, and I was like, damn, you're right. It kind of was. Funniest shit that ever happened to me, I swear to God. Funniest... I don't know how long I was waiting on some... I think the longest I ever waited on something, actually. You know what I spent the longest time waiting on? When I was... I think around... It must have been like 11 or 12 years old. I wanted to learn how to skateboard, because my brother had a very tiny kind of like skateboard that, you know, I took from his possessions when he went to high school. And I was like, hey, I should probably learn how to ride this if, you know, we own it. And I wanted to get, like, a good helmet for myself. So my dad ordered me, like, this helmet that he found online, right? He ordered me this helmet that he found online. I really liked the design. I thought it was cool as hell, this helmet, because it had a little ace of spades onto the front, like a cool kid would have. So I was psyched for this helmet to arrive. I think it took, like, 6 months for the stupid thing to arrive. It took like a long time. I remember that, like, I don't think I broke the skateboard, but I definitely almost broke something trying to learn how to ride it. Least of all because I didn't have a good helmet. Ironically enough. Yeah, I think at that point I'd basically given up on riding a skateboard. and this helmet finally came in the mail, and I was like... And the worst part of it all was that it didn't even fit properly. My noggin was too huge for this piddly little helmet to actually fit. Yeah. There are some... I will say that, like, my postal experiences have ranged from came right in the nick of time as if it was, like, the third act of a high-stakes Hollywood movie, to this, you know, this, a year and 4 months, etc., etc. You've heard me... You've already heard me whinge and whine about it. But yeah, that it's just really funny to me. Okay, let's see here. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense actually. Hang on. Squeeze this like this. This is actually kind of relaxing, you know? It's like, I'm having fun with this. Just kind of like rotating this googly eye in my hand. You know what I should get as well as the, what do you call it? The, you know, in addition to hot glue things for my hot glue gun, for the upcoming hand cam stream where I'm gonna have to hot glue these googly eyes to everything. What I need to get is also some of that pipe cleaner. You know, that like felty, fuzzy thing. I remember we used to make like spiders out of those using the rocks and the googly eyes. Yeah, I love hot glue guns. I really do. They're just very versatile. Let's see here. What should I use for this? Right, okay, and then there's finally this angle right here. Okay, I think we're also missing this angle over here. Yeah, we are. Let's do this one first, though. Okay, and then we grab this and put it over here. I actually do miss Live2D rigging. Like I said, this is a lot less stressful for me than like what Blender rigging feels like. I think it's because I already undertook like a super huge project in this, which was making my own model. I think that whole experience kind of showed me, you know, I feel like you need that. I do feel like whenever you're learning a new skill or you're adapting to a new situation or you're working a new job, you need to have one day that is just absolutely the hardest day of your life. Like, sincerely, I believe this. You need something to show you that you don't need to be stressed out about everything, because at least it's not as bad as that particular day was. I believe in the power of having just a really shitty day. Speaking of... okay, no. That's a really bad segue. I was gonna be like, speaking of shitty days... No. I don't have a shitty day story for you, unfortunately. But yeah, it's Friday tomorrow. This week has felt very strange to me. Because it's just been an entire week of, like, things seeming bad, but then seeming better almost immediately. Like, things will look really bad for a second, and then they'll be, like, fine. And that's just been the whole week for me. Okay, I like this. I like the kind of action we've got going on here. I might redo this bit. I might redo this specific frame. Hang on. And add it back in. Okay. Add that back in. No? Okay. That doesn't seem to work for this one, but that's fine. It didn't look so bad, honestly. Like, from a distance, you can barely notice it. I do feel like maybe I should turn the opacity of the gloss just down a little bit. I feel like that makes it a little bit... Oh, I need to do that for all of these frames, huh? Okay, so I'm just gonna set it to like 50% opacity and then just copy and paste that across all the different ones. Yeah, I will say that that's one thing that's kind of annoying about Live2D that's not annoying about Blender, is that in Blender, once you set things to be universal, they are just universal. But in Live2D, you have to set it at each keyframe if you don't do it from the beginning. You know, you have that option in Blender. You don't have it so much in Live2D, I think. Alright, let's take a look at this now. I feel like I almost need to add more spots here. Hang on. I need to put this as -15 so that we have a nice mathematical line. No, actually, we don't need it at -15 there. We need it at -15 on... Wait. Okay, we need it at 15 and -15 on the y-axis. Yeah, that's something that's common in both, though. A lot of math. You'll be doing math here. Yeah. I like this math, though. Like, this math is fun to me. I have fun. Why is that a transparent line? Hang on. Why is that a transparent line? What tomfoolery is this? Huh? I don't get it. But, you know, I don't have to get it necessarily. That's fine. Yeah, so this part here, I'm going to just kind of smooth this out. I'm gonna grab the brush pen, and I'm going to just, like... I forget that I have my tablet literally right in front of me, so I can just do this. Although I think maybe using the selection tool is actually better this time around. Yeah, just stretch this out a little bit while it's on the eye. Likewise on this one. Okay, let's see how it looks now. Could still use some work, I think. Definitely looking a little bit better, though. Let's just expand this away. This one as well. And then this one as well. Alright, let's see if we made that better or worse. Okay, results inconclusive. Always exciting. Alright, let's try this. Honestly, okay, so right here. What's going on between these frames? Okay, we might need to stretch this one out just a little bit, so that the change is not so drastic. Yeah, I don't even know if that works in terms of like lighting anymore. It's just kind of having a good time. I don't know how that looks to you guys. I don't know what that looks like to me. But I think we're having a good time there. Alright, so now that that's done, I do believe that it's time to add the physics, which is going to be interesting. I forgot how to do physics. Open physics. Scene blending settings. Okay, here we go. Alright, let me switch to Windows real quick here. Let's see if this works. Okay, I don't think that's gonna work. So you guys are just gonna kind of have to hold my hand for this one. You know, just take my hand, close your eyes. Now we'll both be eyeless. Yeah, ain't a better example of the blind being blind out there. Okay, let's see. Apply physics. Add a group. Name. Eye wiggle. Is there really no way to show you guys this? Hang on. Do not look at my YouTube recommends. That's not allowed. I have like a lingering... Hang on. Hold up. We need to delete all these useless parameters as well. Oh, wow. I just got a warning box so big that it takes up both my monitors. That's kind of crazy. Alright. Yeah, I have like lingering fear of cringe from like my high school days that eventually I'll just open a like window and it's gonna have like something anime on it and I'll have to be embarrassed for life. You know, that's not necessarily like a realistic fear. People these days are a lot cooler about different things. Like nowadays I've noticed that like, hang on, add. Okay, input angle X and angle Y. And output is gonna be... Pendulum has not been set. Okay. Yeah. That's something that I've noticed, that like many more people are like... becoming like more chill with like stuff like anime. And I think that that's very good. I think that's like good in general. Pendulum has still not been set, are you kidding me? Okay, let's do 1. Yeah, like I said, this is going to be kind of like a black box for you guys. Okay, so if I do... Hang on. Increase output. Reset max it. Yeah, I hang on. I'm still like not remembering. Oh wait, hang on. Maybe this is how I do it. Nope. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Now we might have it. Nope. Yeah, this is gonna take a little while, so get cozy and listen to the sound of my voice for a little while. Okay, effective. Input settings, angle X and angle Y. Okay, that should be good. Effective? Maybe I need to increase the efficacy of them? Oh, hang on. We're getting somewhere now. Output settings. Okay. Oh, baby, we're in it now. Okay, now we're in business. Hang on. Okay, the angle X is doing everything, but the angle Y is not doing anything. So I need to figure out how angle Y can add more output. Maybe like put this like 90 and 90 instead? Okay, maybe more like... Okay, how about 1090? No? Needs more? No, that's also not right. Oh, I have the angle Z, not the angle Y. Okay, that's having a little bit more punch now. Not as much as like angle X, but definitely a little bit more. Maybe angle would be better for this. No, position at X is definitely the one. So I think maybe 73 to 27, that would be a good ratio. Nah. One of them needs to be like way bigger than the other. So let's say 75-25. Are you guys having fun? I'm having fun. Okay, now I do think it was better when one of them was in the angle. No. Come on, baby, come on, I know. Come on, googly eye, you know it's me. Okay, so maybe... Okay, pendulum, effective 100, reset, okay, blah 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 blah. What if I remove this second pendulum? Hang on. Okay, no, it needed that second pendulum. $60-40 maybe? I think 25-75 might have been the best. Or maybe 70-30. I'm just playing around with like the physics amounts here. Okay, now the angle. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think I found the sweet spot. 70-30. That's a sweet spot. Okay. Alright, I think we're ready to output this sucker into Live2D. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna need to like... This might be best done from the just chatting screen, actually. So I need to go to File, Export for Runtime as MOC3. Invoke after texture atlas is generated. Did I not generate a friggin' texture atlas? Sad. Okay, that should have the texture atlas generated. Alright, now we can export as an MOC3. Export hidden parts, export hidden art meshes, export physics settings, scatter away, blah 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 blah. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see here. I will need to go one folder up. New folder, googly eye. Get in there, and save. Okay. So now we have to figure out, or at least I have to figure out, I need to remember how we put this into V2 Studio. Live2D models, okay. So we need to name it something like googly eye underscore VTS. Then I'm gonna actually open up, you know what I'm gonna open up? I'm actually gonna open up Rice Beast's settings. So I can figure out like maybe if I need to rename it in a specific way or something. Into 4 items into model, blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, no, we should be good. We should be good. Okay, now this next part is going to look a little bit trippy because... And I'm going to go to my just chatting screen for this because I think it's better for my Live2D shenanigans. It's going to get a little bit trippy. We're about to get a little paracalcel in here, folks. So let's see here. Where's my googly eye model? Should be in there somewhere. Is it because I named it with like a capital G? Hang on. It might be because I named it with a capital G. Hang on. Oh, there it is. You want to run auto setup for googly eye Live2D layers. Yeah, go ahead, auto setup. But yeah. Now my physics settings should be somewhere around here. Blah. Okay, let's see here. Blink sensitivity, eye open sensitivity. We can set most of these to 0. Because they just don't have any. Application effects, display lighting. There was like a physics setting somewhere around here. I remember there was a physics setting somewhere here. Movement configuration. Oh, here we go. Physics strength. Ah, there we go. Alright, we're gonna like... Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay. Although I do think we need to invert the parameters for this. I think so that I can use it, I need to like invert the parameters. Otherwise it's gonna look weird. Base lane rotation, we can get rid of that one. We can get rid of most of these actually because these are mainly face up, down rotation. No, we need those. Eye smile left. No. Tracking physics? We probably don't need to use those. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've made a googly eye model. Now we need to friggin' add it to our normal repertoire. Which I remember how to do. We need to go to this item thing. Load current model as Live2D item. Here we go. Okay. Range adjustment angle X, range adjustment shift Y, smoothing angle C. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Let me will myself back into existence over here. Where am I? There I am. Hey, it's me again. Why can't I open my mouth? Hang on, what about this one? No, that one was from the Hall livestream. Oh shoot, did I delete all my mouth settings? In my... Hang on, that can't be right. Baseline mouth smile, here we go. Okay, that's weird, it's not reading that input. Okay, mouth smile, mouth open. Pram open mouth, why is that not like moving? Okay, I don't know why that's doing that. Did it not like detect my face anymore? Hang on, I'm gonna calibrate this sucker. Oh, pfft. Blink sensitivity, eye open sensitivity, mouth. There we go. Okay. That's gonna be okay. Mouth sensitivity. Okay, so 64 is too low. Mouth smile, brow. Up. Okay, so maybe. Okay, I'm gonna need to rework my model settings after stream, which is gonna be funny. It's gonna be interesting. It's a little funny little trick to play on the old Pabster. I am in pain. Well, that's, that's art sometimes. Sometimes art is pain. Mouth smile, mouth open. Okay. Maybe lowering the smoothing on this will help? Okay, so... Okay. Maybe I need to make it lower then. Anyway. Hang on. I want to get this right so I can have a nice looking thing going on with my... Oh, it's because I have it at 0.03. Okay, how about at 0? Okay, that's a little bit better. Just slightly. Okay, so... Should I just reset this? I'll figure it out. Listen, I'll figure it out after stream. For now, I'm just gonna have to talk with a really big mouth so it can actually track it. That's gonna sound... My voice is gonna be really annoying for a little bit. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Alright, let's add another one. Hang on, where is it? Ta-da! It's a little weird that they're like in sync like that, but you can kind of see what I was going for. Maybe if I like rotate this one a little bit. Yeah, I think that works, honestly. That's a little disconcerting, I'm not gonna lie. It's off-putting. But it works. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna turn myself into a Cyclops very, very briefly. Mike Wazowski. Alright. Alright, I'll figure out my own rigging stuff after stream, but thank you all very much for coming by. I think I might have talked way too much, and now this is just the universe's way of ensuring that I don't talk too much ever again. I'm gonna find somebody to raid, and then we can shine you guys on. What was I doing? Right, okay, twitch.tv. I am on top of my game today. Oh, hey, V's playing Guilty Gear. Oh, shit. Oh, she got her power back. That's nice. Alright, let's go raid V then. So once again, I'm Pavs. Thank you very much for coming to the stream. On Saturday, I will be playing and hopefully finishing Katamari Damacy Reroll. I look forward to that, and I hope you all do too. See you around. Stay safe out there. Later. Bye.